Welcome back, everybody, to another Dadam Reacts. Watching movies tonight, and some of the new trailers that have come out over the past couple of weeks. Next, we are jumping into the new M. Night Shyamalan. I go back and forth with him. He is one of the most brilliant directors in some movies, and then he's just overshot, and the next movie's just it's out of control. Um, I usually always enjoy his movies because generally they're a level of like science fiction slash horror slash thriller that have a lot of elements that want you to inwardly look and to have some self reflection, and I enjoy that. Um, and then sometimes it's a movie about plants killing people and letting the marketing team ruin your movie. Um, and Mark Wahlberg being a high school teacher who saves the planet. Anyways, but this one's called Trap. I know absolutely nothing about it. The trailer came out 3 weeks ago, and I haven't heard anything until yesterday when I was talking to my buddy, and he was like, "Oh, did you watch the new Shyamalan trailer?" And I was like, "What?" I didn't even know he was making another movie, and they're like, "Yeah, it kind of snuck out," and he wanted me to watch it because he thinks I would appreciate it. So, for you, take a look and see. Gonna be a hit or is this gonna be a miss?
No dad jokes.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Lady Raven.
Hurry, come on.
Wait. I gotta tie my shoe.
No dad jokes. This is serious. Come on.
I'm sorry. Lady Raven!
This is slap dad. Thank you. This is literally the best day of my life.
Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. I can leave you here in the seat.
I'm good, Dad.
I actually really like Josh Hartnett. I hope he starts acting a lot more.
All right? Hi. Psst. Cooper. Jamie.
What's with all the police trucks outside? The cameras everywhere, Jamie.
I'm not supposed to tell.
Something happening?
Don't rat me out.
I won't.
You know the butcher? The freaking nut job that goes around just chopping people up? Well, the feds or whatever heard that he's gonna be here today. So they set up a trap for him.
If Josh Hartnett is not the butcher in this movie, this is an F.
This whole concert, it's a trap. They're watching all the exits, checking everyone that leaves. There's no way to get out of here. Somebody out there!
Dad.
I'm sorry, Riley. What was that?
Your daughter's never gonna forget this day.
You're kind of dope, right?
I mean, I'm down for it. I won't go see it in theaters. He kind of burned that bridge with me on a couple movies. um, but I like it. The only thing now is he's built into this universe or into his lore, into the Shyamalan lore, the twist and the turn, right? Where you're always expecting the drop. So he's throwing in your face that Josh Hartnett is this serial killer, and you have the scene where he's looking at the camera. That doesn't necessarily mean that Josh Hartnett is the actual butcher. Okay, so here's my bold prediction: is the way he films and the way he tells the story is he puts Josh as the red herring right out in the front. What's really happening is let's see if I'm wrong, but my prediction based off of how I've seen his other movies is pre-spoiler alert. Josh Hartnett is not the butcher. Either that guy in the basement was the butcher or Josh Hartnett is looking for the butcher. And because maybe his wife got murdered by the butcher, right? His wife, her mother. And this is part of their healing process is he's taking her to this concert to help her forget about this, you know, horrendous crime. And so the thriller aspect of it or the twist aspect of it is you're going to go through like 90% of the movie thinking it's Josh because he's acting sketchy and he's got these scenes that lead him towards that. But the reality is he's looking for the same person because he wants to get revenge, or he's already caught that person and he wants to take revenge and murder them. You know, like you play it on that way, and I think it would be a cool twist. Because if it's just him being the murderer now, the serial killer, and then you go through the whole movie, I don't know how impactful that would be. You have to have the twist in it. And I think that's how he would incorporate the twist is by having it be Josh is the red herring, even though it's making you think he's the actual serial killer. It's more leaning towards it being, somebody else. Because honestly, the reality is, if the FBI knew this dude was showing up, they wouldn't trap him in a building with a bunch of people. They would stop everyone from coming in, sort of a situation. Like, and that's where you always have to have like that suspension of disbelief. And honestly, this interaction here is really dumb too. Right, and it's in fact this exact interaction why I won't go see the movie, because
Cooper, Jamie, what's with all the police trucks outside?
who the fuck is
Cameras
Jamie?
everywhere, Jamie?
I'm not supposed to tell.
Why would Jamie know any of this, right? It's not like they would literally tell. So, if you've ever been to a concert or if you've ever been to a event center, anything like that, it takes like 1,000 people to operate those between vendors, security, the electronics, right? You have the media room, you have directors, you have cameramen, you have lights, you have roadies. Like, the amount of people that would have to be in on this secret to be telling Jamie here. It's just immediately ruined the movie for me, because one, why the hell does Jamie know anything, right? They're not going to tell Jamie, and then if Jamie knows, that means 1,500 other people know. That shit's not going to be a secret. Jamie's not going to be chilling here with a serial killer, right?
Cooper, Jamie.
Does Jamie look like a dude who's going to walk into a building and knowingly like be there when there's a serial killer that just butchers people? That's dumb, right? So if you watched my last Adams React where I was talking about the Quiet Place, you had a character that was acting really intelligent, right? Trying to survive. This was my exact point. I hate when they do things like this, because this asshole right here ruins this movie for me.
What's with all the police trucks outside? The cameras everywhere, Jamie.
I'm not supposed to tell.
Because if I'm Jamie, I'm not showing up to work that day. I'm door dashing to make my money.
Something happening?
Don't rat me out.
I won't.
You know the butcher? The freaking.
And then This leads me back to I was having a conversation with another friend. I love when people can write something themselves and it's very rounded and it's got 360 degrees of view of understanding, right? But the thing people are starting to like pick out on movies, and I just don't agree with it. It's just like, oh, 3 to 5 people wrote this. Well, there's a difference between 3 to 5 people writing a single project and 3 to 5 people rewriting a project multiple times. And I think that's what you need to identify. If 3 to 5 people rewrote this, it's probably going to be a piece of garbage. If 3 to 5 people work together and provided clarity in situations to write a very powerful or impactful thing, that's where you succeed. Because if Shyamalan had shown this to anybody, right? And I'm sure he did, and I'm sure somebody had to have the same exact frame of mind or frame of reference that I did. That yes, this does make it a suspenseful thing, and I feel like this is his like fourth movie where he just traps people in a scenario, and then he just gets around having to tell additional work. And like the thing that made The Village really successful, the thing that made all of his other movies, is that they had a world inside of them or outside of them. Now it's just let's get a group of people, we'll trap them in a building, in an elevator, in a room, in a house, and then it'll just exist. And it works, but this just feels like he's making the elevator, but it's in a stadium. I don't know.
Nut job that goes around just
I'm gonna
chopping
watch
people
it
up.
because I do enjoy
The
a lot of
feds
his
or whatever
movies.
heard that he's gonna be here today, so they set up a trap for him.
And like just that 20 seconds ruined this for me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I will watch it. I would never go see it in theaters now. This scene right here.
Set up a trap for
Like,
him. This whole
who are they hiding from? There are 30,000 people in that concert with their freaking cell phones out recording the goddamn concert. You don't keep this hidden in this day and age. These 30,000 people don't have someone go, hey, why? You need to get somewhere. Like, someone's mom is texting their daughter, you need to get somewhere safe. SWAT is surrounding the convention center. Like, you need to get out of the building now. Like, go, like, yeah. And again, suspension of disbelief is one thing, stupidity is another. And I feel like this walks into the stupidity line, as opposed to walking in the I just need to suspend disbelief and just allow myself to enjoy a movie. This is gonna be a movie where, unfortunately, I'm just gonna be like, okay, that was really stupid.
concert
That's really
is a
stupid.
trap. They're watching all the exits, they're checking everyone that leaves. There's no way to get out of here.
The twist is it's his daughter. I mean, that's the twist I want, right? Yeah, I mean, so like this could be the butcher. This could be the butcher's feed. He works for Home Security Link, and he just stumbled across this feed during his investigation. I mean, if I was writing this, that would have been what I did. I used him as the red herring through the whole movie, and then it turns out that you know, and he's over here and he's thinking about what's happening. Like, how do I get out of this now?
I'm sorry, Riley. What was that?
I mean, just look. I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 80 billion, 56,000, 9,599, 10 billion. That's how many cell phones are sitting here right now. I can't get this thing to stop ringing, let alone providing me with dumb information if there was a situation like this happening. On top of, in today's world, the FBI ain't opening themselves up to this lawsuit where 60,000 people are suing them for allowing them to be put into danger when they knowingly allowed a serial killer to enter a building. This is like the worst version of To Catch a Predator.
Your daughter's never gonna forget this day.
You're kind of dope, right?
Because here's the thing. If the story is literally just him being the serial killer, right? And he's trapped, I don't give a shit if he gets caught. I absolutely give zero shits about any tension that gets built up around him trying to escape. That means jack shit to me, and it'll mean jack shit to you. That's not a movie. I have to care about the protagonist, or I have to care about the antagonist to some degree, right? Like, so I can't have tension building up because he's almost getting caught a bunch of times. I mean, you can to some degree, but like ultimately to have the level of tension he would need for this to be super successful, I would have to be invested in all of that additional things. So him not being the serial killer and it being his daughter, or there being something involved where he's there because he has to kidnap. I don't know how he's gonna swing it. There's a lot of different ways he can go, but ultimately, the basis of I get stopped. I'm gonna look at the comments. I'm not even mad that the trailer gives away the initial twist. Yeah, nice to see Josh Hartnett come back. See, love my boy. You know, this man has a whole nother level to this movie. Ooh, Lady Raven is M. Night's daughter? That's awesome. It's the daughter, it's the singer, it's a hidden sequel to Unbreakable. uh, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I think I'm going to enjoy it to some degree, but I also feel like it's a movie that, because of the premise, it's gonna be hard for me not to nitpick a bunch of stupid crap about it. And I hate when I get into a position like that because it makes me not enjoy a movie as much. And whether that's like a critical thing or just an analytical thing, because I'm so involved in movies. I love to write. I love to do all these other things. And I love being able to watch something that's inside of another box where I get to experience it in a way that other people don't. We'll have to see. But let me know in the comments below how you felt about that trailer. Where your head is. Do you think this is a really good premise? Did this scene bother you too? That the FBI has allowed 60,000 people to get trapped into a kill box with a serial killer, which is what, the premise of the movie is. It's M. Night, right? So, and that's where his own success is also potentially crippling, because if this movie is just this, he fails. If his twist isn't good enough, he fails. If he doesn't meet up to some standard, he fails, because his first movies were so freaking good and strong, and people don't allow him to be involved in other things. I love that he's using his daughter. That's cool to find out. So check her out. That's awesome. What is it? LadyRavenMusic.com, Salika. So, that's cool that he gets to use his daughter in it, and then like he gets to hype her music. And if that's this whole movie, is he just wanted to make a movie to showcase his daughter, dude, I'm all for it, right? Because that's what dads do, right? You create a $1 million advertising campaign. But drop a like, subscribe. I'm actually really curious on this one, so please let me know what you thought about it, because I know how I look at movies analytically, and my friends don't always look at it like that. And I think that's why they wanted me to watch it. But most importantly, do something kind for somebody else.